My name is Mara Voss. I'm 32 now, and I own a small yacht detailing and charter business called Salt and Anchor out of a marina in San Diego. We clean boats until they shine like mirrors, fix what's broken under the waterline, and run day trips for people who want to see the coast without owning the headache. I have 2 boats, nothing huge, just solid, reliable 30-footers with good engines and fresh paint. The office is a converted shipping container with big windows, a desk covered in logbooks, and a kettle that never stops boiling. There's a hammock on the deck for slow afternoons, and a dog named Compass who rides shotgun on every job. I like the smell of salt and diesel. I like the way the water moves. I like knowing exactly where I stand. 9 years ago, I was 23, waving goodbye from the driveway while my parents loaded suitcases into the car for a family cruise. Mom had planned it for months, Caribbean islands, all-inclusive, pictures on the fridge of white sand and blue water. I'd asked if I could come. She smiled that tight smile she used when she didn't want to say no outright. You wouldn't enjoy it anyway, honey. You get seasick. And you're working so much. Dad nodded like it was settled. My brother Ethan just looked at his phone. They left on a Friday. I worked my marina job that weekend, scrubbing hulls, pressure washing decks, earning extra for rent. When I got home Sunday night, the house was quiet. Too quiet. My key didn't work. New lock. I knocked. No answer. I walked around back. My bedroom window was open just enough to see inside. Empty. Bed gone. Desk gone. Clothes gone. Everything I owned, books, photos, the quilt Grandma made, was stacked in black trash bags on the lawn like yard sale leftovers. There was a note taped to one bag. We've downsized our family. You're old enough to handle yourself. Good luck. No signature. Didn't need one. I stood there in the dark until the sprinklers came on. Then I grabbed what I could carry, 2 bags, my work boots, a hoodie, and walked. Hitchhiked to San Diego because it was the farthest I could get with the cash in my pocket. Slept in truck stops, on benches, in the back of a semi once when the driver felt sorry for me. I smelled like road dust and desperation. I found a bunk in a shared house near the marina. Paid rent by cleaning boats under the table. The owner, a gruff guy named Cal with tattoos older than me, watched me work for a week before he said, "You're not afraid of getting dirty. You want to learn the real stuff?" I said yes. He taught me how to scrape barnacles, polish fiberglass, wax hulls until they gleamed. I learned how engines breathe, how bilge pumps save lives, how to spot rot before it spreads. I worked dawn to dusk. Saved every dollar. Bought my first toolkit. Fixed small things on the side, leaky hatches, loose fittings. People started asking for me by name. I moved up. Cal let me take on bigger jobs. I learned fiberglass repair, teak refinishing, bright work. I bought a beat-up skiff with my savings and turned it into my first detailing rig. Word spread. Yacht owners started calling. I charged fair. Delivered clean. Never cut corners. The side hustle grew into charters. I bought a second boat, solid 30 feet, good bones. Started running day trips for tourists who wanted to see dolphins without the cruise ship crowd. I kept it small. Personal. Told stories about the water while we sailed. People came back. Brought friends. I hired a part-time deckhand named Jax who knew knots better than I did and laughed at my bad jokes. A lifestyle magazine found me last spring. They wanted to feature women making waves in male-dominated industries. They sent a photographer. Shot me on the deck in my work boots and faded tee, hair tied back, laughing while I waxed a rail. The article came out. Mara Voss, from dockhand to charter captain. Full-page spread. My face. My boats. My story. Minus the parts one didn't want to share. That's when they remembered I existed. Mom's email arrived 3 days later. Subject: We're thrilled you found success on the water. I read it sitting on the deck at sunset, Compass asleep at my feet. Honey, the magazine is beautiful. We're so proud. We always knew you'd find your way. We made mistakes. Your choices were hard for us. We thought leaving would help you grow up. Your dad's business collapsed last year. We're in a bind. A short-term loan would mean everything. We've missed you terribly. Love, Mom. I stared at the water until the sun dipped below the horizon. Dad emailed next. Impressive spread. We always encouraged your work ethic. Things are rough here. A little help would get us back on our feet. We'll pay you back. Let's move past this. Then Ethan. Hey sis. Your boats are all over the magazine. Mom cries when she sees it. Dad's stressed. If you could spare something, we'd be grateful. We miss you. Miss me. I thought about the driveway. The loaded car. The empty room. The note on the trash bags. The years I slept on decks and floors. The mornings I woke up with salt in my hair and no one to call. I opened a reply. One line. I built this on my own. You don't get to sail it now. Sent. Blocked. Mom posted on Facebook, public with the magazine photo. My daughter Mara is successful on the water. So proud. Praying she helps with dad's business troubles. Family supports family. Comments. Praying hard. She'll come around. I didn't engage. I kept detailing. Kept chartering. Kept saying yes to clients who needed a day on the water to remember who they were. Last month I got a message from my niece, Ethan's daughter, now 10. She'd found my Instagram somehow. Aunt Mara, can you take me on your boat someday? I want to see dolphins. I answered her. Hey sweet girl. I'd love to. When you're older and you want to come, find me. I'll show you everything. No rush. I'll be here. No reply from Ethan or Mom. That's okay. Now the marina is home. I wake up to gulls and waves. Compass rides shotgun on every job. Mara brings coffee and sits on the bow sketching while I polish rails. Jax blasts music when we're finishing big cleans. Clients leave notes. Best day in years. Thank you for the quiet. I don't hate them. Hate is loud and the water is quiet. I don't forgive them. Forgiveness isn't owed to people who downsize their family and rewrite your life. I just chose different. Chose the deck that stays steady. Chose the people who show up with sunscreen and stories instead of demands. Sometimes I think about that driveway. The loaded car. The parents who said I wouldn't enjoy the trip. Then I look at the horizon, wide open mine, and I remember. I sailed anyway. And I'm still sailing. One wave at a time.